I'm Jordan Werthmann, we're at Former Vintage, and you're watching That's the Move. Yeah. So I'm 22 years old. I got into fashion when I was probably like 12, and yeah, I opened the store when I was 19. So yeah. What got me into like reselling everything, like with clothing and shoes? Probably just like always wanting to do what like just being around hip hop, or not being around hip hop, but listening to hip hop. I always wanted what they were wearing, and I couldn't get it. So I kind of figured out if I bought and sold it, I'd be able to wear what they're wearing and shit. So like, yeah, pretty much that. So I opened up Former Vintage in 2016. So I took a year off of college. Well, never went to college. So I just went out thrifting all the time. And what I would do is I would just buy shit and resell it. And it just kept going for like that year. I would just spend all days at the thrift every day, made like $4,000. And then I was like, yo, this is kind of working. As a joke, I opened up a store in Royal Oak, which is on Woodward. And it was like an upstairs, like kind of shitty office space. And it was for like a 3-month lease. And that just kind of like took off. So, and I was like, I'm gonna move down here. And it just kind of went from there. Yeah. Styles, I don't really like look at too many people with style, because I feel like if I look at everyone else, it's gonna affect how I dress. And I kind of just want to be original with it. Mainly how I dress, or just like clothing wise, is just strictly vintage for me. I'll throw in like a couple like streetwear pieces when I dress, but everything I kind of do, I want it like incorporated by vintage. So just vintage, I guess. If I had one tip on how to enhance people's drip, just be yourself. Literally, like if you do what everyone else is doing, that's just corny to me. But if you do like your own thing, like that's the coolest. Like you could literally be wearing a dress and some high heels, and if that's what you want to be doing, that's sweet. Like that's cool. Like that's drip to me. So we have had a lot of artists. I think it's coolest when like we've had big people come in, but I think it's coolest when like local artists who are trying to work on themselves and try to make it. That's like the coolest to me. Story-wise, just because like you just hear how hard they're trying to grind and everything, and they're humbled about it because they haven't made it yet, but they're still trying to establish themselves, where a normal artist who comes in is kind of cocky, like who's big already is cocky, they've already made it, they got money. So I think it's just coolest when like local artists come in. Yeah.
Buy shorts yet?
Hell no.
No?
Why, you want those? Shout out to Boo. My favorite part about owning Former Vintage is just being able to wake up and do what I love to do, which is just be around clothing all the time and meet like new people, just like, and do shit like this. Like this is cool to me. Like a few years ago I was not doing this, like, or just having people come up here, like little kids looking up to me. Like that's just the dopest thing about owning the store. It's never really been about money, because I don't know, I didn't open it to make money. I kind of just opened it because I was bored and I just wanted to just have fun, and yeah, that's the coolest thing to me. I don't have a brand like clothing wise. I've like wanted to, but I feel like just with this, it's kind of like I'm really like I can't keep my mind on one thing. So like if I had a brand and I had this, I would just get lost and just I'm too scatterbrained. So I mean, eventually, hopefully I will. But right now, like this is my brand. So yeah, drugs are not cool. Don't do drugs just because everyone else does it. I personally, for all the kids watching, have never smoked. I don't do any drugs. I don't drink, blah, blah, blah. And just like stay to yourself, do you, don't follow everyone. And that's the key to making it to what you want to do. Don't follow anyone. Just, I don't know, just do you and do what you like to do. And that's it.
Wise words.
Yes, sir. The store is 202 West 11 Mile. Downtown Royal Oak, Michigan, of course. And yeah, follow us on Instagram at Former Vintage. And mine is, you don't even have to follow me, just follow Former Vintage. So yeah, and that's it. Am I cool?